All right. Well, are you recording, my friend?
I actually just booted up Audacity. Please hold 1 second while I. Excuse me. Yes, I am now recording.
All right. Well, then let's sync up in three,
Three,
two,
two,
one.
one. Meow, meow, meow. You gave me
Uh,
one clap and I meowed. This is off to a great start.
Actually, I did clap three times, but my second and third clap was delayed because of your meow.
I see.
Mr. Puss in Boots, where are you at?
Not that I feel like I really have to specify, but it was like 11 seconds. So.
Yeah, I guess that's right, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
we just specified that.
More
Okay.
wild cards. Go on. I
Um,
promise I won't be
just
looking at cards during the show.
that's fine by me. I feel that you can still continue to hold a conversation while doing other things. Brian, you ask where the fuck is Steve? Well, actually, what happened was
He's dead. We told you. He's never coming back. We
and here's
killed
the
him.
and here's the thing. We found out that it was Justin that killed Steve, so he's facing like 50 to life. So
He wanted to go to the cops and tell them what we did, and we couldn't have that. So we had
hmm
to get rid of him too.
Yep, evidence planted like like you do. So yeah, here we go. We're about to
I feel
start
like that
this.
was about to be a lot more like real and sad, and you just kind of zigzagged right out of that wormhole. So bravo, my friend.
We are about to start this fucking thing. Obviously, it's a two-man show here tonight. So those of you watching us live on Twitch, thank you for being here. Let me just get my music ready.
Tomorrow it will just, or next week it'll just be me. Everyone else will be gone.
Okay, so what's the story next? How did I die? No, I
I
couldn't have.
got, I got hungry.
Fair. Show start. All right, let's do it. Let me start the music and we're gonna start the show. Got my Audacity notes. This feels weird with not getting interrupted by everybody at the last second, but I mean, let's
Yeah, I
fucking do
know. I know. It's so quiet and peaceful.
it. Elijah, that's we're talking to you. All right, this is for you. Let's go.
Life lessons, baby.
I don't know about you, but I like having my name read on a podcast once a month. If you want to have your name read on ours, hop over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and get in for just $1.
We put the donkey in Donkey Kong. Infendo Radio is on now.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday night, so you know what time it is. It's time for Infendo Radio. I have one co-host with me tonight. Lucas, how are you doing?
We're a dying breed. Yeah, I'm doing just great. I also have one co-host with me tonight. Eugene, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I am accompanied by my co-host Elijah. He's with me for the first part of the show tonight, so I hope you guys don't mind. He's going to be, hanging out with us a little bit tonight. So we have a really good show planned for you tonight, despite it only being the two of us.
Hope we're your favorite host because, you're stuck with us.
Exactly. I mean, there was a a Pokemon event this morning, for crying out loud, so we're going to be talking about that. So color me excited for that one. But before we get too far, we're going to talk about our patrons and our producers, because we love them, and they they give us money, and they have been giving us money each and every month, so we really appreciate them. Our our producers this month are Minus64, Phantom, Slacker Monkey, and our two executive producers are Andrew Searson and the Brianosaurus. We really appreciate your patronage. As we actually probably haven't said this in the last couple of weeks, but we're actually going to be donating all of our Patreon fundage to the CDC Foundation to research coronavirus. So hopefully we can get a cure going or whatever needs to be done, because clearly we're still in dire straits in that regard. So if you do donate to our Patreon, all of the money is going to go towards that. All right, I feel like I just said a lot, so we're going to take a break so I can catch my breath, and we'll be back on the other side with Change the System. And we are back. Hello. It is time for the show.
It's still just us.
I mean, Brian's here, but it's Brian.
Also Brian.
Let's go ahead and find another Steve.
Oh, finally. It's been 3 weeks. So about time.
He's going to talk to us about Discord. Let me go ahead and make a note in my Audacity that we're back. All right, let's do it. Oh, wait, hold on. The volume's too loud. Or too quiet. Let's level it out. How does this sound?
Are you a member of our Discord yet?
Does it need to go
Too
down?
loud.
Because that's
Okay.
where you ask your questions for the question block segment now.
How about-
Get there through infendo.com. Are you a member of our Discord yet? You
That
should
works.
be, because
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Really appreciate you doing all of this like on the fly for us.
It's easier actually now. It's honestly on the fly since I have my buttons, so it's less work than I was doing before, if you believe it or not. All right.
Believe it.
Well, let's go.
Are you a member of our Discord yet? You should be, because that's where you ask your questions for the question block segment now. Get there through infendo.com.
Okay, we're back. Let's talk about some games that we are playing, but probably first let's talk about some games that got announced and otherwise. I mean, let's not
can
beat
I
around the
just-
bush, right?
Can I just start this off by saying I woke up and Eugene had sent me a Discord DM that said, "Oh snap," and I was like, "What?" And he didn't respond, and I was like, "Eugene, what are you talking about? Like, did we get fired?" And he's like, "I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but check the Pokemon Direct." So I did that, and at first, okay, so we're gonna be kind of talking about these anyway. At first, all I saw was the Pokemon Cafe and the Pokemon toothbrushing app.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. So Eugene's being like a smart aleck about it. And then I see the actual article I read was like, in non-Pokemon Snap news, and I was like, be still my heart, be still my heart. And I clicked on that link, and it was everything I dreamt it would be. So yeah, we're getting new Pokemon Snap.
So excited.
The title scares me because it reminds me of Yoshi's New Island, and that game was a travesty. But it's Pokemon
Sure.
Snap too. It looks so good. So
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's we got Pokemon Snap out of the way. I just want to real quick run through the list of things that was announced during this Pokemon event. So maybe
Now that we've talked about the only exciting piece, yeah, let's zing through all the boring stuff.
Well, this one's kind of exciting. I mean, they removed all the weird, impossible, arbitrary trade requests from Pokemon Home, so that's kind of cool.
That is really good news, actually, because Pokemon Home was a wasteland.
Oh my God, right? Yeah, no, I felt like it was such a waste with all those things. But of course, Pokemon Snap, the Pokemon Cafe, which we kind of alluded to earlier, that's going to be a free to start game coming to Switch and mobile.
It's actually already out on the
Oh,
Switch.
it's out.
Yeah. It doesn't excite me, I'll be honest. But
Yeah.
what does these days, obviously. No, it's no Pokemon Puzzle League, but I'm sure people will like it. So
Sure. There's Pokemon Smile, a phone app, which is to help you brush your teeth. Okay. I mean, whatevs.
does it give me Pokemon? Because I will brush my teeth more regularly for free Pokemon.
Hey! Or actually, maybe it'll give me Pokecoins in Pokemon Go or something like that.
Okay, we're gonna have to look into Pokemon Smile.
They also announced that the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield is out now, so I haven't downloaded that yet. I'm really excited to do that. And then finally, they teased that there was going to be a Pokemon big project revealed next week in a second presentation. So what
That's
the
exciting.
hell?
Also probably worth mentioning, in Pokemon Sword and Shield right now, there's a Zeraora event. Who was the mythical from the last games, the one that kind of looks like a tiger. And if we manage to, I think the number is 1 million. If as a global society we manage to take down 1 million of him in raid battles, we will all get a shiny sent to our Pokemon Home account. So if you don't have a
better do it.
Pokemon Home account, now's the time to do it. You don't have to even participate in the Zeraora event to get the Zeraora, but you should, because there's other prizes that you get just for being a part of the team.
Does this include the I have paid for Pokemon Home, but does this include the free version of Pokemon Home?
They did not specify, but I believe it does. You might want to check the notification on that yourself just to make sure.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I mean, again, I have regular Pokemon Home anyways, or paid, I guess. But yeah, it would be good to know if you can just like create a free account, because I might go and create a couple of dummy free accounts.
Ooh, you sneaky.
So,
you sneaky guy.
do we want to talk about Pokemon Snap again? Because
I mean,
do.
yeah, there's not really anything to talk about. It includes a lot of Pokemon from the newer gens, which we've seen. There was like Torterra and Primarina and stuff like that. It looks just absolutely gorgeous. It looks fantastic. They only showed us a very brief trailer, so we have no idea how it's going to play, but it looks to follow the same on-rails mechanic as the original game. I have yet to sit down and like watch the trailer and break down how many different areas there are, but based on the last game, you can assume it'll probably not be that lengthy of an ordeal, but should be a lot of fun all the same. So
Sure. I'm gonna take a quick break right now because I need to strap my kid into his seat. So hold on a sec.
do that. In the meantime, words that begin with the letter P. Pudding. I keep wanting to go to potamus, but that's actually hippopotamus. Pandemic. Ooh, that's a sad one. Pancreas. Pie. Parrot. Pickle. Pan flute. Piccolo. Pangolin. Parfait. Parakeet. Pineapple. Pinstripe. For perforation.
Mom's home.
Good thing
Okay.
we're on break. I've been doing something very entertaining for our live guests. Words that begin with the letter P. So that's
Oh, peacock is one. Did we use
prostate.
peacock? Okay.
I did not use peacock.
How about do I hear an echo?
Well, you hear Steve. He joined the call. I'm not sure
Oh.
why or where.
Well, I'm muting
He's
your
here.
ass, Steve. I got prostate. You said prostate. I
said
say
prostate.
Procter and Gamble.
Fun fact, I was really only doing that to stall until you got back, so now we can probably go back to the actual show.
These facts are known. Let me just rewind this a little bit right there. I don't even know who was talking, but I guess we'll talk about.
I'll come in with the most natural segue you've ever heard.
I'm ready for it.
And that's why I think Pokemon Go is gonna be the best thing I've ever played. Wait, Pokemon Snap. Damn it.
Well, you need to get back into Pokemon Go too, because there's going to be some megas in Pokemon Go. I totally forgot to talk about
Accidental segue.
that. Right? No, man, Pokemon, right? Like, Pokemon Company is just killing it, I feel, these last couple of years. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be downloading the DLC tonight and checking that one out. Have you played it at all yet?
I haven't yet. Steve, I think, may have played it late last night. I'm not sure about that. I have not yet, but we need to play it because we've got an episode of Hyper Voice we have to record at the end of the week, and we need to know what we're talking about for it. So I will be playing it probably tonight. Yeah, I'm excited. It should be a really good time. So it should be good.
Well, I guess that's pretty much it for news. Do we want to talk about what we have been playing then?
Yes, we do, and I would be happy to take the lead on that one if you would care to hear my stories.
Go for.
I had a friend over, which is a rarity in these dark, dismal times that we live in, but I braved the virus and decided social company was worth the effort. So we played Animal Crossing, because it's one of the only games she owns. And it got me kind of playing Animal Crossing again. I stand by everything I said, though. It's not as good as New Leaf, in my opinion. But there's stuff about it I really like. One of the things I really like is that the villager I hated, Lopez, moved out. So I got to get a new villager.
Was Lopez your like big buff? Is he like a jock dude, or who is Lopez?
Lopez was a smug antelope who so when you first set up the campsite, they give you a camper, and that camper doesn't change, and you're forced to adopt that camper. Lopez was that camper who I really didn't want and got stuck with, and I think I like him less because I was forced into having him than if like I had just met him. But he's finally gone, and then I went island hopping, and I found Meringue, who is the rhinoceros with a cake for a head and a strawberry for a horn. So I'm like all the way in love with that. So yeah, I'm in a good place right now. I'm currently terraforming my island. I'm turning the entire border. This is something I've talked about before to some of our Discord members. I'm turning the entire border of the island into waterfalls because I'm bored and it's something to do. So we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, I've been playing Animal Crossing.
See, that's the one thing that I think would get me back into Animal Crossing again, because I haven't unlocked terraforming yet in my island. So, and I really want to, but like it seems like, I don't know, I just don't want to put the effort to get. Is it 5 stars you have to get, or just a 3-star island?
I'm pretty sure I had 3, man. It's not much at all.
Because I have 2
honestly,
stars.
I did it by accident. Like it was not a challenge, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I think the problem with my island is I've been putting too much effort into my house and not the actual island. So
see, my house is hot garbage, so yeah, that probably will do it. Honestly, that's kind of all I've been playing, really. I haven't really been doing that many video games or anything lately. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head that has been that interesting. I want to get back into Bug Fables, but I haven't really felt like sitting down and engaging with a game, you know?
Sure.
I've kind of just been like playing games to kill time, or pretty much just to kill time, honestly. So, yeah. So I will be playing Bug Fables again when I feel like having a wonderful experience. Till then, I'm settling for like middle of the road.
Sure. Well, I guess then that's a good transition for me then, because I have been playing Bug Fables amongst a few other things. I haven't really gotten all that far into Bug Fables, just because I'm savoring it type of thing, you know? So I've just got to like the second part after the cave, and the cave was actually pretty cool, except for, it was a cave. I did enjoy the puzzles that were involved in that environment. It was pretty cool. However, I don't enjoy the platforming in this game, I have to say. It's a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't feel right, you know? I don't know.
See, I've had some trouble with the platforming, but part of that, I think, is because I have drifting Joy-Cons, so they're constantly moving up and down. So that's a hassle. But I actually don't mind the platforming. Where I got a little fed up was in the second area. There's a lot of puzzles that involve throwing your boomerang at spinning things to make them rise and fall. That got a little tedious for me, I'm not gonna lie. The second area just didn't really have a proper dungeon feel to me. Compared to like I think the second main dungeon, if you don't count the Goomba Bros in Paper Mario, was the Boo Mansion, the haunted mansion with Booette and the invincible Tubba Blubba, and that is just so memorable. Yeah. So to compare that to like the Golden Plains or whatever they were called, it didn't quite have the same spark to it.
I get that.
I'm hoping that as we continue to explore the world, like the next areas are a little bit more interesting, but it almost seems like maybe they were a little limited by the bug motif, like they had to kind of work within the bounds, but I'm hoping that it gets a little bit more exciting as we go. There's this one bug that I met who's this like cute little circular beetle with like a cat face, and he says he comes from like the far east, and everyone looks like that over there. And I'm really hoping that means eventually we're going to go to the far east, and it's going to be really interesting. So
that would be good.
Stay tuned.
I'm feeling much like how you're feeling. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this game a lot. It's got a lot of character. It's got a lot of just a lot of pizzazz, I guess, right? But it is missing just a little bit of something, right? Like you said, like it's missing that, like, oh yeah, you know, I'll always gonna remember freaking that Boo Mansion type of thing, you know, like
that I guess world building maybe.
Yeah.
Although it has a decent amount of world building. Maybe it's just the world itself that it currently feels like it's lacking a little inspiration. But
maybe it's because of the lack. I mean, it is an indie developer after all, so maybe they just didn't have as many artists as Nintendo can throw at it. You know, I'm sure
and that's kind of the risk, right? That you run when you basically create a sequel to a mainstream game, like with Paper Mario, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is the new Paper Mario, and it is heads above most Paper Mario titles that have come out in the last like 10 or 15 years, in my opinion.
No doubt.
But it's still, so far, at least environmentally, it hasn't quite sold me in the same way that Paper Mario did. There's a lot I really like about it, though. Like, this is still probably going to end up being my game of the year. But yeah, it's not without its faults, which is, you know, to be expected.
Definitely, yeah. I have a lot of the same feelings playing this that I did when I was playing Blossom Tales. Blossom Tales, you know, 2D isometric Zelda clone, right? Like, it's basically like playing Link to the Past, or like, you know, something like that.
You can't help but compare it. I did the same thing with what's the name of the game? The Harvest Moon clone.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. Yeah, I had the same issue with Stardew Valley, right? Because I had just come off of a big Rune Factory kick, and I started playing Stardew Valley, and I was like, it's like Rune Factory, it's like Harvest Moon, but like it also, there's things about those games I really like that I feel like are missing from this, you know? It's just, I think it comes with the territory when you make yourself so identical, you know? You're bound to run into people like us who
totally,
you know,
you're always gonna
mainstream stuff, as it were.
You're always gonna hold it above like what it's based off of, right? Like it's just inevitable. That's just how it's gonna work.
Now, all that said, I have high hopes for this one. I would love to see it blow Paper Mario out of the water at the end, you know? Like, I think there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of story that hasn't been told yet. The side quests are really interesting, so I plan on throwing 40 or 50 hours into this. That's
one thing that I didn't get to last week that I did get to this week was I've done a few side quests, and man, they're actually interesting, and they feel
stories.
Exactly. They don't feel like, oh, go collect 5 carrots so then I can. No, it's like there's meaning behind it, you know? So
actual plot and character growth, and so it's looking forward to continuing this one. It'll probably be a long game for me. Probably won't be something I wrap up anytime soon.
I feel the same, because I feel like I'm going to want to do all the side quests and kind of collect all the medals and, you know, all that fun stuff. So but anyways, that's Blossom Tale. That is Bug Fables. I highly recommend it. You know, like Lucas said, if it's not my game of the year, it's definitely going to be high up there. I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5 type of thing, you know. So in any case, I have been playing a few other games, you know, your standard Breath of the Wild, Pokemon Go, all that fun stuff. I will say, though, for Pokemon Go, I am not a fan of the event that was launched. Actually, the last 2 events that were launched. So,
for those of us who don't regularly play Pokemon Go, maybe tell us about that event.
Yeah, so they were paid events. So one of them hasn't actually launched yet. It's going to be going live in the future, but one of them did. I had to pay $7.99. I said I had to. I paid $7.99 to have access to the event, and the thing about it is that it's actually kind of hard to do. Like, I had to the very first part of the it unlocks some research items for you. So like the very first one you have to do is like win 15 raids. I'm like, win 15 raids? So
I would be so pissed if did they tell you about it ahead of time, or do you have to?
I could have looked it up online or something. It's not like it listed it out on the purchase screen, so that
Imagine if I bought like an $8 pass to do this event, and the first condition is have friends who play this game.
Right? And then on top of that, this is another part of it. My wife actually didn't need to buy this event because this event came, I guess, kind of for free, sort of, if you had completed all the events in the previous like 3 to 4 weeks or whatever, which I had not. Heather had, because she's back to work, so she's doing the Pokemon thing and being able to complete all of those. So she bought it and she didn't need to. So she basically has 2 versions of the same event that she's completing. And
And the reward is just like items and stuff from the
and items, experience, that type of thing. We haven't completed it all the way. I guess I could look it up to see like what the final Pokemon is or whatever at the end of the tunnel type of thing, but
Pokemon Go is an interesting game, and I got into it real hard for a while. You remember that, but I have trouble sticking with it, and I know part of that is because it's supposed to be kind of a social experience, and I don't really get that from it. But yeah, it doesn't. There's a lot to it that doesn't grab me. Mobile games in general, I have trouble really getting into.
Sure. Yeah, no doubt. I Pokemon Go is an exception for me for whatever reason. It's got its hooks deep in me. But in any case, I will not be buying the next event ticket. So this one is for Pokemon Go Fest 2020 that will be launching on from July 25th to July 26th. If you want in, you got to pay $15.
Is it worth it?
I mean, I don't know. I debatable, I guess. So what's going to be
like a metal Mewtwo in armor that like.
So what's going to happen is there's going to be what they're calling rotating habitats. So basically each habitat will feature its own set of global themed events and challenges, and there'll be like rotating Pokemon during these hours. So like every hour there will be a different like grass type or like whatever psychic type, that type
and
of
if
thing.
you don't pay, you don't experience that. It's just regular Pokemon Go.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird. And then so on top of that, you get this. So if Niantic will offer a Pokemon Go Fest print at home kit, which will feature printable accessories that you will be able to craft, but only if I think this is only if you pay the $15. Yeah, and then they're also selling a commemorative t-shirt on their store. It just feels like a money grab, like the whole thing.
Niantic
like,
might be getting just a little too big for the britches.
Yeah. This one I think I'm gonna pass on. I mean, who knows? It's come July 25th. Watch, I'm gonna buy it, but like I think I'm passing.
I remember events from the past, like the Halloween event, where like everything was free, and I assume they still do all that stuff. But like.
There are free ones, definitely, and don't get me wrong, like there was a lot of really good free events that happened during this COVID stuff, but like now I feel like, I don't know.
It feels like such an odd time too to be to be doing that, because it's like now of all times, like
definitely.
You wouldn't think many people would still be playing because they can't go outside, So why are you charging for events? Like make them free and try to get your audience back, but maybe they're doing fine. Maybe they've got a ton of players, So.
I think I remember an article a few weeks back stating that they were still ranking in like millions a week, maybe even more than they had been pre-pandemic type of thing. So that if that's true, that makes me even more upset. It's like, why people are giving you money already, it's like, why are you trying to gouge them for everything? But anyways, let's not get too in the negative. I think that's really all of the games I've been playing and news that we have and all the other this, that, and the other. So do you have anything else before we take a quick break and come back on the other side?
No, let's take a quick break and come back on the other side.
We'll be back with a mini game and your question block questions.
one-man RPG. That's not right.
I was looking at mine when you were talking, so I think I am ready.
Okay, well, I've got a game that just sounds bad that I'm gonna use.
Speaking of, have you ever, I don't know if you're looking at your bad game descriptions like on Nintendo.com or like on your Switch, but have you ever gone to Nintendo.com and accidentally typed in Nintendo without an O.com?
I have never done that now.
Don't do that. It's bad. It's bad.
I kind of feel like I need to do that now.
You redirect about 30 times, and then, yeah, well, I'll let you experience it for yourself.
Okay.
No spoilers. All right. Well, Twitch, are you ready? Because I'm fucking ready, I think, for some bad game descriptions.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Lucas!
Fantastic. Then let's get started.
Okay. Actually, I'm not because I forgot to pick the next song. Let's go with Tunnel. Yeah, Tunnel's good. Let's find Steven. This is going to be probably the Infendo one. How's the volume here?
Do you want a really easy way to get a hold of us?
I can
All
hear
you've got to do
him!
is go to infendo.com
It's good with
and
the
you
music
can see
volume.
everything
Yeah.
we're up to and get
Steve's
links
a
to
little
everywhere
loud,
to find
but I
us.
don't think you can control that. So I think that's just me adjusting to.
I
being
can
loud.
actually control that if you want me to.
I mean, you probably shouldn't because I feel like you haven't manipulated it at all. So it's probably, it's probably normal and it's probably just me. So let's just roll with it.
I want you to know before you actually start again, I was thinking, aye, aye, Captain.
I appreciate that, Steve.
All right, we're gonna make an Audacity note back, and then we will start the music and we will start the show.
Do you want a really easy way to get a hold of us? All you've got to do is go to infendo.com and you can see everything we're up to and get links to everywhere to find us.
All right, we're back. So we have a question for the question block for you this evening. But before we get that far, we're actually going to play bad game descriptions. And with a little twist, since it's just Lucas and I tonight, we're each going to read a bad game description to each other. We're each going to make a guess, and whoever's closest to the actual number, I guess, wins, right? So do we want to hold off on, so you read yours, I make a guess, I read mine, you make a guess, and then we hold off on the actual, okay, yeah, I see you shaking
Good
your
with
head.
that.
Okay,
Good with that.
All right, so do you want to go first then?
Be happy to go first. Yeah. So get ready because this is a long one.
Oh boy.
In lieu of co-hosts, I chose to read you a really, really long eShop description. I say that because the word "in" is capitalized. In this game, you play as an investor who buys houses in need of renovation. After making the purchase, you have to restore the flat to a perfect state. Buy, renovate, sell. This game is a unique chance to become a one-man renovation crew. Buy, repair, and remodel devastated homes. Give them a second life and sell them at a profit. Repair mechanics. What you've got at your disposal is a set of tools and parts. Use them to hammer, drill, nail, and screw things together. And do whatever is necessary to fit, fix, or clean up stuff. Interior design. Experiment with interior designs and decorating styles you like. Decorate and furnish interiors with hundreds of unique items that you're free to choose from. Express yourself. Play your way. Do you love interior design and want to fill up empty rooms using your favorite style? Well, then that's great because you can buy an empty apartment and furnish it. Do you prefer things only engineers would understand?
Do I?
Installations. Are you an expert on the small move, big change approach?
Not that one. No.
Oh, well, if you were, you can buy a decent house and make it perfect by adding some style and fixing stuff.
Oh.
Budget management. The ultimate goal of the house flipping business is profit. Are you a risk taker? Do you like to invest? Estimate profit and find the best risk-reward ratio for you. Progress. The house flipping business is very challenging. Improve and hone your skills. Get better tools. Deploy new mechanisms and earn cash so you can Deploy new mechanisms and earn cash so you can to increase investment and speed up progress. Eugene, how much does this game, if you can call it a game, sell for on the eShop normally?
I mean, I feel like if you're playing this game, they should be giving you money, but I'm gonna go with $9.99. I think this is a $10 game, Lucas.
$9.99. All right, your answer has been locked in. I am currently doing hardcore math to subtract your total from the actual total to make sure I get it exactly right on the penny.
I like that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to read you my game, Lucas. So away we go. Blank is a local multiplayer game where up to 4 players take control over babies. The game is diversified by power-ups and a mother who refers each toddler to a cot as soon as she sees her child pooping on the floor. Staying in a cot reduces the chance of winning in a given round. A humorous game, however, has a number of elements that diversify the gameplay. I feel like that's not the right word, the right usage of diversify, but diversify.
And yet we're going with it.
Diversify the gameplay and allow you to create tactics. Visit beautiful maps to poop around. House, farm, seabed, or even spaceship. Choose different game modes such as PvP, free-for-all pooping, team versus team pooping, zombie horde co-op, play as a parent versus pooplers, play silly football match as a toddler, play with friends or learn new tactics alone with bots. Poop in! Exclamation point.
This is my kind of game. Now, Eugene, I'll tell you a dirty little secret in line with this game. I actually read this one on a bad game descriptions like a month and a half ago on this show. So I know for a fact that this game is Pooplers. Unfortunately, my memory is not that great for things.
That's what I was counting on.
But
I feel like I do remember you saying that because I think you said this looks like Splatoon for babies or something like that, and it kind of does.
I can guarantee you that this game does not cost more than $10. So I am also going to guess $9.99, and I'm
boy,
the winner. Would you like to? Who should go first for?
Well, I have my math because my math is easy. So Lucas, the name of this game is Pooplers. You got that right on the head, and the title or the price is $8.99. So you are $1 away, my friend.
Dang. Well, Eugene, can you guess what this game about flipping houses is called?
House Flippers.
House Flipper, yeah. And Eugene, just so you know, House Flipper usually retails for $24.99, meaning you were actually $15 off.
Damn.
But to all of those listening at home right now, you can buy the game for 15% off on the eShop for a grand total of $21.24. So if for some reason flipping houses without any actual profit or incentive is your thing, now's a great time to play it.
All right, well, freaking, you heard the man. You heard the man. Pooplers is actually on sale right now too for $6.50. So
I feel like I'm gonna have to let's play Pooplers now. Like it's come up so often.
After looking at it and looking that that it actually does kind of look Splatoonish, kind of bad Splatoonish, but like sort of Splatoonish. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe I'll send eShop credit to the Infendo co-host and we can get a squad game up.
I mean, I'm in. For $6.50, I mean, what can go wrong? So, okay, let's get into the question block. We've got one from Slacker Monkey, and he asks, which 2 video game characters would you pick as an unlikely duo to be in a classic buddy cop type movie? Also, where would this take place?
Which 2 video game mascots would I choose to be in a buddy cop movie?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the obvious answer there is Sonic and Tails, or Mario and Luigi, but I feel like that's too easy.
No, I think I want to embrace the memes and go with Doom Guy and Isabel, because that's all over the internet.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I want a Doom Guy and Isabel from Animal Crossing buddy cop movie. Isabel is obviously the bad cop. And I want to say it takes place in Los Santos from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay, I can dig it. If I had to pull something here, the first thing that came to mind, and I'm gonna pull from two different universes, so bear with me here, was thinking of Detective Pikachu. So let's pull Pikachu as one of the cops here. Maybe let's call him the bad cop, and then
voiced by Danny DeVito.
Oh sure, I mean if we're going there, yeah, that's gonna be the best scenario, and then. If we're gonna give him a partner, I think we're gonna have to give him freaking Tingle, because Pikachu and Tingle buddy cop, like, come on.
Voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, or maybe Jalil White, and then he could.
Okay, you've sold me.
So yeah, what would that be called? Tingle and Pikachu's
Electric Tingles.
Oh yes.
A buddy cop story.
Print it! All right, well, I guess we answered that question. Did you have any others that came to your mind before we, pretty much end it?
Nah, I gotta say, man, it's hard to whip up these answers to question block questions on the fly, so I think I'm gonna have to stick with my one and done on this one. I know it's a little bit shorter of a show, but half of our staff is dead, as we've established, so...
It's true. It is true. So okay, well then.
When did we get into Mario 64 music?
The last track right before this was Dire Docs, so I think then.
Okay, that would make sense. Cool.
All right, we're gonna get out of here for the week. I know it's a little bit short, like Lucas said, but that's all we got for y'all this week. We will be back next week, hopefully with a nearly full staff. We expect most of our co-hosts to be back with us, so expect that one for next week. But until then, we are going to get out of here. So Lucas, where can the people find you while you're not on the show?
Well, the people can find me at a lot of places, but before I do that, I would be remiss not to mention our co-host, Justin of which can be found at Masterclaw on Twitter.
At Infendo Justin, I think, actually.
That's one. I think he's got two.
He does.
Also, he's got a website that he hasn't updated, utilidork.com, that you should go check out. So go visit that and give him some SEO lovin'. Steven has a Discord channel that you can find by going to infendo.com if you want to join a group of cool people who don't just talk about video games. If you want to join a cool group of people who do just talk about video games, go to the Infendo Discord, and that's where you can hang out with a bunch of cool people who do talk about video games. Let's see. I think that kind of covers the basics. Oh, Steve has a Twitter account as well, at Gentis1, so go click on that. If you visit at Gentis4 instead, you'll get my photo dump where I post all of my stuff before I post like photos to my website and stuff, so don't go to that. I have a website, chromatichu.com. Check that out. I have a Twitter at chromatichu, and I have a YouTube channel, Lucas Peace, because I like to mix it up. But Eugene, enough about us. Let's talk about you.
I mean, I think I'm just going to hand Infendo Radio to you. Here you go, because that was good. I mean, no, I just go to Infendo.com, honestly. Lucas already said it. Go there, find our Discord, find Steve's Discord. You can find all our Twitters from there. We're actually posting our to the YouTube channel more often, so go check that out. We're breaking up this Infendo Radio long episode into segments, so tell us what you think about that.
Easily digestible chunks.
Mm-hmm. So if you like that, let us know. Maybe give us a like on our videos. If not, give us a thumbs down. No, don't do that. That's bad for the algorithm. We don't want that.
If you absolutely hate everything that we're about, give us a thumbs down and let us know how bad we are.
Actually, give us a thumbs up and show us how naughty we are. But we're going to get out of here for the week. So I hope everybody had a good time. I know I did. Lucas, see ya next week.
Stay inside. Why? Because we like you.
And also make sure to send in your mail-in ballots because the election is important and we really should change some shit.
Also,
Bye.
what he said.
Well, Twitch, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot left to say. So if you're sticking with us live, thank you. We're going to get out of here, though. So bye-bye.